Hello, my gorgeous Leos. How are you doing? I have a gorgeous reading for you today, and this is super exciting because this is the first time I've done a reading on the channel where I've been really guided to use a specific deck and read it in a way I never have before. I've got a range of oracle cards. They kept flying out at me, and I was like, okay, I don't need all of these. But the divine was like, no, hold it. There's a story here for Leo. And at the bottom of the deck is a very spiritual card, and it is the same image as basically on the thumbnail of the last reading I put out for you. So there's a lot of synchronicity here. If you've watched the last Leo reading and you resonated, there's definitely more for you today, okay? And this is about your relationship with spirit, but more importantly, there's something going on here about you moving on. You're really moving on now, moving on from a really heavier time in your life. And I think finally, after about 2 years to potentially 3 years, even 4 years, I'm getting 6 years for some of you guys. This has been painstakingly difficult over and over again. 777 could be significant for you. Your birthday could fall on the 5th, the 13th, or the 3rd, because I'm also getting that. But more than anything here, Leo, I am seeing such a struggle that was the past. And now be aware you can move again now. You're moving, aren't you? Things are not like they used to be, are they? Don't forget that, because yes, some days are still hard. Tomorrow may be shit. The next hour could be crappy. But you're nothing and nowhere like you were in the past. You've moved through that energy. So let me tell you what I'm seeing straight away in this gorgeous spread that's coming out for you today, right? You're moving forward now, but as you're moving forward, you need to take time to rest. Take time out, pull away from whatever this is, because you still need to forgive whoever this person is, and you need to make sure that you leave it all behind. It looks like an ex, looks like a breakup, looks like some kind of job, employment, business, promotion, scale up, whatever it is, like a business, corporation, deal. You could be leaving one business to another business, one office space to another office space, business. I get in my head like business, and I also get like shop front, but I also get a converted building. Now I'm getting marketplaces. So you could be looking and moving to a new location, right? Whoa, I'm getting all this like market stall stuff as well. Like I haven't been to a market stall like this in years, but I'm getting visions in my head of like when you go in and it's like a really nice boutique, and you go to these places in mall places where there's a really nice boutique. I feel like you've got yourself a new opportunity, a new space, a new job that's really niche, and a nice little boutique for you, male or female. Could be like a tech savvy shop or whatever, but it's in your own block within a community space. Really nice. That's a big move for the future, whoever's done that, because there's a lot of stuff her tech will be bringing out around hyperspaces, hypermarkets, and a lot more gorgeous stuff going on in the local community, but I'll share that in the future. I mean, I don't stop working, right? And I can clearly see that for you as well, so be proud of yourself. I see you've communicated incredibly well about what you've been going through, the ups and downs, the positive and negatives, the struggles of the situation. Well done you, because actually I feel like I've been in a battle with Leo for the last few months on this channel, and there's been so much upset around love, and we kept bouncing back to that loving energy, and all your readings have had a very similar thread where I'm like, come on Leo, we can do it, we can get out of this. It's been really painful, it's really difficult, it's really a real struggle. I also had a deep cry with the Leos in a reading as well, maybe a couple months back. So we've really been through hell together, guys. And at the end of the day, the divine's now bringing out the medicine man, medicine woman card. So it's clearly letting me know straight off the bat, this is incredible and this is destined. And actually, at this point in time, you've been making more space in your life. Space and time I want to talk about intently here, but I'm going to hold off just for the moment to see what else wants to come out. But there is this beautiful energy about space and time, having more space and time in your life, because you are taking the lead now. Yep, you've been working on your root chakra for the last 8 months, yeah? So whatever you've been through in your life, you either started a chakra journey 8 months ago, or you've just been through something that rocked your foundation so intently over the last few years, like I said, and that's forced you to realign to your chakras, work on your spirituality. Again, the angels are out. This is such an empowering read for Leo today, because the last reading I put out for you with the prayer hands, then the bottom of the deck we got the prayer hands card, and now we got angels, spirits all around you. You got the medicine man and woman as well. Incredibly spiritual energy. You're giving me Gemini vibes. So you might have a lot of Gemini in your chart, but only Gemini is the only other zodiac on my channel that comes through with such high godly spiritual energy. Yeah, we're all spiritual beings, but the level of worship, the level of leadership, the level of angels, the level of divine presence in my readings, and the power, the God presence and power, that only ever comes through with Gemini, and now Leo's showing me that power as well. So that is incredible. I love that. Yeah, you're healing's out. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you should be writing down at this time, making notes on, right? This could be business related, business plans, ventures, going out of your comfort zone. Someone could be putting on an event, a naturist event, okay? Naturist sometimes means nude and naked, which is one of my favorite things, but I don't really see that here for you. But I do see you doing things outdoors, potentially in a yurt, potentially just getting some canopies, which is, I meant to say like a like one of those tents. Like, I'm thinking of food canapes, but then I'm also thinking about a canopy. So bear with me as we kind of work out how this gorgeous event of yours that looks a little bit Native American has also got all these outdoor gorgeous hippie vibes. Really, really nice. But really nice food as well. Healthy, wholesome, potentially vegan earth food as well. I want to say earth food, really earthy platters. Like, I'm really good at putting on events and stuff, so this is probably my creative ideas flowing through to you at this time, because I get a little bit of your vision and I just expand it in my mind. But I see a really nice space where there's loads of like toadstools and loads of logs of wood for people to sit on, and then I would also serve people with people going around in really nice suits or naturalist kind of wear, nice colours, even fairy style, whatever the theme is, but they've got like wooden logged stumped plates in their hands, or platters. Basically the platters are wooden stumps, and they've just got loads of little sliders on it, loads of small little canopies and stuff like that. It looks really, really nice and posh, but this could cost you a lot of money. So if you are building up the ideas of putting on an event like that, building a Pinterest would be a way to start, and then understanding how much financially that's all going to cost you, because you can throw on an event, but you also need to know that you're going to make money back off that event. Yeah, depending on how long you've been doing this shit as well, you've got to be able to execute it without a hitch. Now I want to give you a full lengthy discussion about firstly, understanding the relationships around you that haven't worked, but who you can call in to help you with events like this in the future. So stay with me as I run through these ideologies really, really quickly. This is a lot of business advice, but as well as personal advice. The personal advice I want to give you today, Leo, is if relationships haven't worked with people in the past, and there was a feeling that you got from that dynamic that there is a part of you thinking, no, I wouldn't really want to work with them again because I don't feel like it just benefits me, then don't do it. Don't put yourself in the situation to work with these people again. Even if they're lovely and you really, really like them, if there was a feeling that you got that just took away from your sense of self and you being the lead in the situation, then don't do it, because actually you want to be the leader in your own event. But then to also say that, I will say you definitely need some help. You need financial budgeting, so you need to work out what everything's going to cost you. But more importantly, you need to know how to get a return on investment, because so many of us put on events, and if we're launching something, yeah, it's great to put on an event if you're having a launch, and going to someone's event and paying for something, like when it's like sometimes if it's like an open house event, I would call it, everything should be free. You should just be going to an event and there should be a selection of stuff to entice people to want to come here and drink and eat and engage with people, and it should be fun, and there should be a real air of presence and purpose in the environment. Like, you don't want to go to an event and everything, you walk in and you just got to pay for shit that you didn't even want. Do you get what I mean? It's embarrassing and cringe. So you've got to find the balance between the two. But you should be able to put on some kind of event where there are some kind of like bric-a-brac stores, stuff that you're selling, massage experiences, I want to say. Like, I'm thinking about a gorgeous, stunning event I went to years ago, and during that event they had yoga, they had a bar, they had a pizza station, and they had art, like different crafting stations, crystal making your own healing bags. I mean, like really exotic, gorgeous venue it was as well, with their own bar. So it was a situation of, okay, we've got to pay for that, we've got to pay for our drinks, we've got to pay for our food, but then we can go and get free yoga down there at this time, and they're going to have a free meditation down there at this time, and then actually we can go to any of these stations over here, and that's absolutely free as well. Do you get what I mean? We want to balance out what people are getting for free, what they're paying for, what the purpose of your event is, and really follow that niche, and then understand whether the money's going behind the bar and that's where you're getting the return, and it's going to the business itself, or it's going to the food, whoever's making the pizza, where are you benefiting? That's where you might want to get an accountant in. Maybe that's where you need to get your brain switched on, start studying a little bit more about return on investment, input, outgoings. I mean, I don't want to get too nerdy, and because I know how to do all of this stuff because I'm a weirdo. Which I probably should say, I'm a businesswoman, I'm a boss bitch, I'm a CEO, but I don't want to nerd out with you here. It feels weird to nerd out in a Leo read about these dynamics. But the point is, get your head in the game, my love. Get your head in the game and understand how to do all this stuff. I don't know how much time's on my schedule. There are people out there that can help you, is my point. I'll rather refer you to other people in your local community, because you can be anywhere from around the world. If you really resonate what I'm saying and you would like my personal support, then obviously reach out to me through the request service and contact me on the website. But there are people in your local community and around you, and that you can find online, and you can do this all on your own without any help, provided you take time to Google and do the research. Yeah, but it looks like this. I would say give yourself a year before you even think about doing an event like this. Practice, prepare, rehearse, work on your vocal cords, work on scheduling, work on timing, work on space, work on building a network, work on saving money for it. If you're going to put on a 10k event, what are you making on return? Like, the thought of putting on an event that costs something like 10k and you're not making even 5k back, well, why are we doing it then? What's the fucking point? Unless you've got a massive brand, marketing and everything, and a product or service to sell that's going to bring you that 10k back in return, why are we doing it? Doesn't make sense. It's not profitable. It's not wise. Everything moving forward, especially in this economy with this energy crisis and this inflation, yeah, it's all good and well throwing on a free time. If this is a charity organization or a social enterprise, we can understand that community impact is the true value, and money we can throw away and put to the side within reason. But we all still need to make ends meet. Throwing away 10k into an event where you're not even going to make half of that back in revenue is not the way to go. Because if the word of mouth isn't strong enough, if you're not getting 10k people through the doors to advertise and promote your business for the foreseeable 10, what a waste of 10k. Do you get what I mean? So really, really think about your financial investments. Really, really think about going to more events on Eventbrite. The reason I'm so good at events is because I spent a long time early on in my career just going to events. Yeah, you learn through doing. And I went to, but when Eventbrite wasn't really known, I was at every Eventbrite you could imagine, just everything weird. Like I keep calling myself a weirdo, and it's such a bad way to look at things, because I mean, just because you don't follow the status quo and you don't do what everyone else is doing, you're not a weirdo. Being spiritual, being a medium, being airy fairy, I've been called a weirdo so many times, and I just let it stick. But that's a really unhealthy thing to even say, and I would never say that to you, so I have to stop saying that to me, right? So if you are also thinking I'm just a weirdo, what I like to do is weird, it's different, no one's going to come to my weirdo event, well, firstly, if you live in London in the United Kingdom, definitely get at me, because I would be there if it's a weirdo event. But it's a situation of just there's so much different stuff out there that we're all into now. Give yourself time to find your niche, what you really want to be doing, what you really want to be selling. Go out there, what other events you can go to. There's so much consciousness events, well-being events, yoga, Tibetan bowls, Reiki, Chi, manifestation clubs. I mean, the Covent Garden kind of circuit as well, around that whole area around Neal's Yard. If you live in the United Kingdom, that used to be my favourite space. They got loads of little spots there and event, little cubby holes. And I used to just walk the strip and attend a range of different stuff. So basically, find your local spiritual strip in your local community and start just going along there and making friends and networking and seeing what they're offering and what they're doing. Start Googling different, I'm assuming it's spiritual because, this is a spiritual channel. But it could be anything, because initially I was getting fashion and beauty and boutique stuff. So whatever it is, circulate the community where that's a thing. And start getting yourself more into that. Also, if you do couture or boutique fashion, also do get at me, because they're my favourite. And I just found the sexiest boutique in my local community. And they're going to start making me some custom couture pieces. But shh, let's not tell anyone about my new fashion trends yet, because they're not ready. But I mean, it's really like, there's so much quirky stuff. You go into this shop and it's such a boutique and there's quirky stuff everywhere. And this woman's like, I was like, do you have stuff in plus size? Because I've got a massive chest. And she was like, no, but we custom. And I was like, what? She's like, all of this is custom. The whole shop was custom. This boutique is custom. Oh my God. She was like, yeah, I can make you anything you want. Like, let me just take your measurements, design it, draw it for me. I'll make it. What fabric do you want? What print do you want? I mean, oh my God, I'm in heaven. Custom pieces, couture pieces, please. Drip, drip, drip. Darling, darling, darling. So that is what we do. We live our best lives. We custom, we create. And I'm losing the train of thought because I'm overly excited about the Leo read. And I hope that finds you well. Leo, if you have the most likes this week, you will receive a bonus reading at the end of the month. At the end of the week. So hit that like, tap your energy in, because someone will be getting a gorgeous reading. Actually, furthermore, this is a new thing I'm just introducing now. If you leave me with aliens in the comments saying pick me with aliens in the comments, alien emojis, you will get a personal reading delivered to you live on the platform with your name as the title. How juicy is that? How juicy is that? A full-blown reading for you on the Hermitologist channel if you provide me with the alien emoji and the words me in the comments, and then we'll go from there, and I will pick at the end of the week along with the winning ZODIAC, and there we go. Incentive provided. I'll be back soon with more, guys. Have a gorgeous week.